All right, Carly, thank you. Well, 42 attorneys general across the country, including Oregon and Washington, are suing Facebook and Instagram's parent company Meta, accusing the company of harming youth mental health. Fox 12's Drew Marine has reaction from a local parent and a teenager who testified in Washington state today.
The addictive algorithm and the constant flood of new content kept me glued to my phone, and before I knew it, I began to hate myself and the way I looked. This all happened before I turned 13.
Powerful testimony from a Washington state high schooler today as 42 attorneys general announce a federal lawsuit against Meta, the company that owns Instagram and Facebook, claiming that these apps harm youth mental health, all while the company maximizes its profits.
Social media taught me things about myself that I didn't even know, like how I had an ugly nose or how my weight wasn't the proper weight. Social media said the solution to these things wasn't self-acceptance. Social media said the solution to these things was products and sometimes even surgeries.
The lawsuit alleges that Meta knowingly uses features including the like button and infinite scroll to keep young users hooked and spend hours upon hours on the apps.
Generally, I'm around teenage girls a lot, and they are on Instagram and Snapchat, almost constantly.
Something Portland parent Kim McGarr knows all too well. She has two kids who are 20 and 17 years old. While she understands these apps can help kids connect with friends, she was glad to hear these attorneys general are trying to hold Meta accountable.
Meta knows what is working and what makes their apps addictive, and so they could choose to stop doing it, and the AGs will hopefully compel them to stop doing it. I was really in such a polarized world, I was very happy to see how bipartisan this is.
The attorneys general involved, including Washington AG Bob Ferguson and Oregon AG Ellen Rosenblum, are asking the company to change the user experience by placing limits on how much content kids see or strengthening controls for age requirements, among other changes. Meta sent a statement that reads, quote, "We share the Attorneys General's commitment to providing teens with safe, positive experiences online and have already introduced over 30 tools to support teens and their families. We're disappointed that instead of working productively with companies across the industry to create clear, age-appropriate standards for the many apps teens use, the Attorneys General have chosen this path." Drew Marine, Fox 12 Oregon.